Good morning, everybody. I'm here to play my second match of season 43 here with E.Honda. I don't know. when we're going to start shortly. Seems to be the likely answer. All right, here we are. Familiar, but there's lighthouse and there's no trashing. So not super clear. You can probably do a big bridge troll thing. Well, you can definitely do a big bridge troll thing. I may open lighthouse. The 5-2 would be excellent here, but we don't have that. Silver lighthouse is also not insane. I mean, you have to buy 5s and 6s, so silver is pretty nice, but definitely the 2-5 is. I'm going to take silver lighthouse on the opening. Definitely the 2-5 is like really great. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of action issues since we're just relying on acting troop. But there's still enough there to get to make the engine work. For sure. I'm not totally sure if you go with Bridge Troll first or like Haggler. Haggler seems like it's pretty nice here. Though eventually it becomes a little less appealing. But it's still pretty good. Apparently I decided to do the Haggler. If we had gotten this hand previously with a lighthouse, we would have had a really nice shuffle. But can't complain about hitting 5 at all. This is either gonna be an acting troop or just another lighthouse this shuffle. Could be a guide. I don't think a guide is at all unreasonable here. There will be... Yeah, I mean, maybe a guide. I don't hate having... I mean, I probably will want the second lighthouse at some point anyway, though there may be some points where it's a little bit of a less of a... maybe a haggler point, but I feel like the hagglers should be getting acting troops, though they can also get guides. I assume Honda has a 5 because they're thinking about this. Yeah, you could do Den. And maybe I should have done Den. But I'm relatively okay with this. At least the way the shuffle went down, it was fine. Well, assuming the Haggler doesn't bottom deck, which is potentially an issue. I do get to attack with my bridge troll, so that's nice. I guess you can just try to win the den split really big. I don't know. I feel like feels like that's what Honda's going for. Six. If we get 6 here, we'll definitely take a hunting grounds. Den pair. Well, 5. Maybe they're not interested in bridge troll at all, though that surprised me a little bit. I don't. They're like they have tons of terminals. Um. Oh, I got a guide on that one. Maybe the guide was silly. We'll see if it ever helps me. This is a really nice turn for Honda. I'm gonna guess. Well, it depends on how many dens they have in hand, but they may go double den or like den bridge troll with the 2 acting troop game. Oh, they go double bridge troll. That's interesting. This is clearly not a guide hand. um. I could do double den. Let's try and play a bridge troll though. I'm pretty surprised at those buys. Okay, I'm not gonna guide this hand. Yeah, they're so far able to keep up with their village situation. Hopefully, they have a bad draw next turn, otherwise, they may be able to get into a kind of a winning position. I mean, it can green to muck with it a bit, but. I mean, there is a chance. I mean, if they don't find an acting troop in hand, which is possible. I mean, they're playing 3 dens probably. At least a couple dens. If they don't find acting troop off the start of their hand, they can be totally stuck. Now you assume they're probably emptying the acting troops, but or if they take a province, we could have a sort of an awkward situation here with the bid. Because I'm not at all sure how to do the bidding here. That is, in fact, what they go for. Now, they still could get stuck in the way that I described if they don't find an acting troop, so. The bid situation is going to be definitely awkward. I mean, I guess if you want, you can go really hard on points as well. I mean, you could take 8 more battle, or not 8 more, but 6 more battlefield points. I mean, then I basically have to play for multi-dud. Turns to just get the VP. I thought my draws were okay, so probably they made some better choices than me. Okay, they didn't take the battlefield, which does give some outs. The duchies can be worth 5. It can be up to 19 or so. They're not able to pay back that. I mean, basically, if they draw, I'm probably lost anyway, so I probably need to play for them not having much of a turn. Which of course is hard with 6 dens. I mean, they could still miss. I need to have. I mean, I can't bid too high because I need to be able to buy a little bit. Assuming if I end up with it. I mean, I can also bid 1 if I'm just like banking. I mean, I guess the bad part is they can at worst just take a bunch of estates, and that's gonna be a problem. Let me think this through. They got 3 buys and everything's cost 2 less. So like, I mean, I have to play for them not getting certain things, period. Otherwise, it just won't work. I just have to figure out what that is, what that line looks like. It's kind of complicated. I am going to, and I may not even draw like my buy if I don't find my bridge troll. The ideal thing here would have been actually to be able to guide away like the first hand, I think. But I can't. Maybe when I bought, then I should have bought a. I don't think I had the money for that. Oh. How much money do I have? I probably need to be able to play a bridge troll. I mean, if I play bridge troll and I get a bunch of dudgies, I may be in a position to. Well, I'm not gonna get a bunch of dudgies. I need some sort of dud. I probably need to bid a little bit. How much money do I have? 9, 11, 13. I can't draw everything. 13-ish. Get 3. I don't know. I bid 8, by the way, for those listening in to end the suspense. Since it's not logged in any way for whatever reason. Just no reason. Steph's lazy. This bid may be completely wrong. I don't think it matters. I think they just got a pace on me. I think just I don't know my hands. I mean, somewhere from not buying hunting grounds, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to go review my money at different points to see where I got in trouble. But they ended up the half turn ahead on this board that matters quite a bit. They took it. Well, we did get to that. And it's worth something. When you get the haggler, which is probably not a huge deal. um, I mean, at this point, I have to play for a dud of some sort. I don't really know. I can't really draw around to everything in time. It's pretty much hopeless. I'm gonna have to guide this next hand, even though it's gonna have some reasonable stuff, because I gotta find honey. I gotta find the honey ground. Yes, I mean, I'm sure they'll just draw and win. I don't even think I can have 4 buys. They have to have not even enough to pay the debt. Well, they found they found everything. Is what they found. So that's not who won. All right. Game 1 goes to Honda. Got Necromole, but you probably don't want to play it. I mean, I don't have the option. I guess there's a world where you play it on turn 2, but I think this is probably a catapult potion opening, though maybe catapult plot. What's Druid have? Nothing interesting. Not really. This will be a tough board. Things can go very bad for you on your reshuffle. I mean, you can wait on the potion. Just feels good to get it earlier. Yep, like this is so bad. It can be such a. It didn't hurt me, but like it could have. been really bad. Now I'm gonna get catapult. Yeah, they had the much better reshuffle. Like, I don't even know, like, what was I supposed to do? And I don't have these things in the next to do. This is just depending on the next reshuffle. This is very nearly resignable. See, I don't find the necro here, so. This is essentially over unless they really mess up. My catapult bottom decks, like, there's nothing. This is. I haven't trashed a card yet. We'll see if they have the catapult, but I'll resign this turn if they play catapult. Maybe I should have trashed rather than buy university. This is still extremely over, even if they don't have a copper pair with the catapult. I don't even know what they were waiting for there. Like, you're obviously gonna play that. I don't know what they were thinking about. See. Another Destrier catapult board. This one doesn't have any. Oh, I guess there's fair. I was gonna say there's no buys, but that's not quite true. I'm not sure exactly what you do here. You can do poorhouse for your money if you want. It's a reasonable thing. Five two would be really bad here, so I hope they have that. Just one of the. I mean, I guess you could still do like raise catapult. It's not that bad. Never. I don't know when the timing of fair. I mean, you definitely have to play with fair. They do have the 5-2. Do you gamble? I guess gamble makes it not so bad. I kind of forgot on the 5-2 that interaction. Which means they may get to play catapult immediately. This is not really all that good. This also isn't a very good. Like, how do you say? It's not a good a really good gamble situation either. And this is the same thing that happened to me last game. Just get hit by collision right off the bat into their catapult hand. Which nothing you can do about. They had a second catapult, which I'm not. I guess it's okay. My hands have been so. My draws have been kind of awful. I'm gonna have poorhouse with 4 coppers. I'm not. I mean, this is still totally playable for either person. At the moment, anyway. I'm gonna need to buy a fortress. Which I don't have enough for here because the raise, well, the poorhouse down in here. I guess here I'm gonna go poorhouse destrier. Need a fortress. I'm not sure. But take another fishing village? This is a little excessive on the fishing villages, to be honest. They should be out of Um, I don't really want to do this, but I think I need to find the destrier or the catapult one. This isn't that good either. Jeez. To not trash. Um, I need a fortress. Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, I lose. I don't know. I guess I trashed this raise to itself, though that doesn't help. Not really. Try to play a fishing village is the only thing, but I didn't even get there. If they had not found destriers, I guess that was pretty much impossible. They can gamble, so yeah. I completely forgot about gamble, though I don't know if I really had a spot for it. And they can just double. Well, they can't double destrier, but whatever they want to do. Fortress destrier, rate, you know. Whatever things. Raised destrier is pretty reasonable. Fortress destrier. Fishing village. I don't know if you do fishing village. Okay. That's also. That's just being mean, but that's fine. That's reasonable. I don't know. We'd have to go back. Maybe I think I got this thing where they got to catapult my opening buys, which were collided. I mean, I don't know if that means I just made bad opening buys, or if I mean, if you do raise instead of research, you can keep like an estate and a catapult and a raise, and you can still trash 2 and trash a copper. That's probably a little better. I mean, it's obviously better than the research situation. So maybe that just means you can't open research. I don't really know. I mean, it felt like just sort of awful, kind of hopeless, but that doesn't mean it actually was. There was maybe some other choices I could have made to make it better. We have orchard now. This board you can't really do anything unless we just like hit the settlers really hard, which I guess you can if you want to with pouch. You can if you have the 4th, like, unless they open. If you have the pouch when you're in your $4 hand, you can guarantee orchard points on settlers, which I guess is something. I don't know if it's worth it, but the only other, I mean, there's not a whole lot else. I mean, there's not a lot to do here if you don't get the bustling village up. You're basically limited to doing amulet into money. If you're not gonna reveal the bustling village. if you reveal the bustling village, then you get into a more, you can get into a more just sort of traditional smithy draw, turn them, buy engine. There are other gains, but it's going to be a little hard to, depending on how many bustling villages you got anyway, a little hard to use them. But you probably use one of Leprechaun or Kiln. They have the 2-5, so I can get the seller's points if I want. Or in any case, I can threaten it. I don't know that those are really worth it, but they buy a journeyman. So now I can take it, but I can't really because I have to get an amulet. You can't just pass on the trashing. So let's see if he finds his pouch or not. Well, and whether they want to use their buys in that fashion. Which probably they do with 4 exact. So it does in fact leave me with as the person with the trashing, which is okay. So they have the smithy. This hand for them is going to be pretty awful if they didn't feel any estates. So this is like either just another amulet or a forger. This is really nice timing. Oh, they did shuffle. Never mind. Oh, but the sellers are gone. Yeah, it should be still not a great turn. I guess they already had to have had quite a few of the estates in hand. To only have 4 like this. So they have the orchard, but again, that's not, I don't think that's like the end of the line for me here. I'm not sure. It's like getting a bustling village now isn't that great. But neither is getting like a journeyman. Not really. I guess if you want, you can pick up a storeroom for your buy and do some discard trickery. It's not well, you have pouch. You're not gonna need like a huge amount of buy here. They're cycling the deck, but they're not thinning. They're basically just picking up bustling villages. I guess this isn't really triggerable, though this is also not. Exactly what you want. I'd be mad if they play the journeyman again. This is really lucky that they ended up with a set. This is probably going to get them the last bustling village, which is just going to be real mad about. That they got this hand to do that, which is really lucky, and they didn't really. It's awful. Anyway. Well, I was thinking that if I drew the amulet, but I didn't, so now this looks really stupid to not get the $1. Now it just looks really, 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 really stupid. You can try the leprechaun. They're gonna have Bustling Village Journeyman, I guarantee it. It won't even, the game's not actually resignable, but I'm gonna like feel like it is. Frustrating. I don't really have a 3 to buy, might as well do this. I'm gonna get a wish. I'm thin, I mean, there's that. I'm not lost. I just feel lost because I didn't get any of the orchard points, and I can still play 5 terminals, which is a lot of terminals to play on this board. But I do feel they should be able to like dud sometimes because of the lack of and they get a wish, that sucks. Hopefully they didn't draw the wish. Well, it being on top isn't that bad for them. Oh, there aren't actually cantrips to gain with wish, so it's in some sense a stop card. I'm gonna have to. When did they get another journeyman? What is the why would I get so mad now? I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna say what I'm mad about because it's so stupid. It is like petty. Um, I don't like Forager, but do I want a silver? Probably not. Green. I didn't even have any. One, two, three, four, five. I don't even know if there are any coppers left. I can't use them for draw at this point because I don't have. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are stupid. There is a bustling village in there. I just have to get the journeyman from the wishes, and we can have a turn. If we don't have storeroom or wishing or wish on top, we're completely lost. We're probably completely lost regardless, but this was a set of. The first game was fine, I guess. This has been a set of frustrating games. The thing that I think is funny is it takes him like 10 seconds to do this. To do the journeyman. Like you can just click it. Gonna wish for a gold. That's reasonable. They're gonna get all their trashing caught up again. I would probably just start enhancing stuff at this point. Like I would have enhanced one of the golds, I think, there. There's not really stuff to buy to make your deck better at this point. Maybe one storeroom. I also wouldn't have I don't think you really want to keep the golds particularly. Yeah. There's just nothing. Game 5. Five two is not or that would be nice. Since the 4-3 doesn't matter a whole lot. I don't even know what you do. You could do. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do here. That's not an. There's a million things to do here. Kind of tough, actually. Five two would be really, really good. You could get a displacement on 4 would be just super nice. I think you need a silver. You gotta hit 5. You can either do it with coffers or you can do it some other way. Okay, so we open the same. I'm not gonna get to. Okay, I do hit 5. That's fortunate. I think I do take a displace. I was pretty worried there, but I got lucky. My plaza misses, so I don't get any coffers out of this situation. This doesn't matter. I'm gonna buy a 5. Or a stampede, I guess. They're getting to do some coffer stuff, which is unfortunate with alms. This 5 I'll probably buy a mastermind, but maybe a governor. That'd be mastermind. Second displace isn't crazy, but I did that in the wrong order. If I will, I mean, I guess it depends on what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure how much shuffle. And I could save a couple horses for this shuffle. Isn't unreasonable. I'm not sure. I wasn't gonna get that far into the shuffle, so it kind of was scary. Maybe we'll still wait. I was thinking maybe double lurker, but I think we wait till we're better at drawing that. They have two displaces, which I'm not super in love with at this point. This is the most depressing hand I've ever drawn in a Dominion game. Without a doubt. Not true. Not remotely true. Let's get a mastermind. This is a nice shuffle to trigger, actually. I don't actually get second displace very much, but I don't, not at this point anyway, but maybe I'm wrong. My displaced bottom decks, of course. Okay, I was lucky there. They didn't get an activation. Those estates could hide for half a second, I would have appreciated it. But it was not to be. Oh my gosh. This. So infuriating. Displace at the bottom. There's like some odds of them being able to gain and play here, but not like super good. I don't know that my gains there were the best. Maybe should go the other way. Well, if we find a tragic hero here, I mean, it was basically the 3-card shot of finding tragic hero was what was appealing about that order. But we didn't get there. Okay. We don't want to activate. Which means this should be okay. I don't know. I mean, I must have 3 coppers in here. So I've exiled 1. But I don't know what else is in there. I don't know if discarding. I guess I'm pretty unlikely to get through regardless. I don't even know if there's like a menagerie in the deck there. Actually, sorry. If the top of my deck is Plaza, then Menagerie, then I have a turn maybe. Or, Tragic Hero or something. I mean, it's not that it's weird to have this hand for me. Obviously, I'm not at exiled. So it's not weird that this would be the hand. I'm just not happy that I'm going to go down 5-0. I mean, if I guess I hadn't drawn this, so yeah, I knew this, so I had to know the silver was down there. Probably one of the coppers. I don't remember what I had drawn through at that point with the plazas. Yeah, I probably needed to add the mastermind to the deck. If there's a mastermind on top of the deck, maybe the next turn is salvageable. But like, do they have another menagerie? Well, it's sort of weird to discard. Maybe they didn't have enough draw to get there anyway. But yeah, this won't work. I don't think you act, well, you probably do. It's okay anyway. This is just totally, they'll probably win not next turn, but the following. They could win next turn. Yeah, this is completely unworkable. What do they, can they win 4 buys? They're not doing more. They got two, they have 3 lurkers, 2 3 lurkers, 2 displaces, 5 more gains of the 9 gains. I mean, they don't have the gains yet. They can chain on displace, but nothing else really. You can sort of chain. You can chain on lurker, I guess. So it makes me think that it's possible that Lurker Menagerie Plaza is emptyable, but I don't know if they have the draw for that or not. And it may not be guaranteed with like the coppers, this many coppers in the discard. Getting the overdraw may not be. So you can only do the gain and play on the 2 displays plays, or that's the only way it nets you any gains. So that nets you 2 gains. I think that leaves you like 1 spare to score, but I'm not sure you can actually draw it all. You don't really have to. I mean, the lurker plays can get the tragic hero back, so that does give you draw and gains, so maybe. What's going on? They didn't even try to win. They don't have to try to win. But there's no particular reason they ought to try to win. I kind of think it was possible though. Well, that's a stretch to say for me that it was possible. Maybe. I don't think at this point it shouldn't be possible. Just gonna play for the draw the they can probably do stuff to set their turns up, but I'm just gonna play for they draw 4 coppers and a lurker. They may have a tragic hero on top, in which case it's just done. It's just donezo. If I had found a mastermind and I was, well, still it wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been sufficient. But it would have at least made me look scarier. Maybe with a tragic hero. Is he gonna buy 5 curses? Like what? Honest just stops at the weirdest times. I mean, I guess he could be thinking about an undo request. Like at this point, you're ending your turn. Or you're undoing to spend coffers, I guess. So you're not buying 4 coppers. You're not buying 4 curses. Okay. That's not going to be sufficient. Maybe it is. But once you decide that, click on the things. Oh my gosh. This is all I have now, is to be mad at the speed at which Honda clicks on stuff, which is speed 0. It's my only remaining it's this tiny bit of pettiness that I have to maintain. I don't even know. This is just like a bunch of coppers. There's got to be more plaza. Don't I have more than 3 plazas? Maybe I'm just full of it. I probably just also made a dud on top of whatever other bad things I just did. Okay. I did find a tragic hero. That's gotta be an internal error for sure. Definitely. I definitely did something to that game. I broke it so hard Honda doesn't know it's over. 5-2 here is fine. This is not, there's not a lot to do here. No thinning. I was just gonna go Falconer. Nothing. I don't think you take a black cat at the start. I guess it's not completely crazy. Though if you collide, you can hit 4 on your collision, but if you don't, then that's pretty bad. E.Honda does take it, so maybe I'll follow. I'm gonna assume they don't have the 3-4, but guess you can also buy an Oracle, but that seems kind of crappy. I mean, it's got 2 points on it, so it's not the worst thing. Dream here is actually copper Falconer on top. I mean, I gotta do this even though they can react. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get a second Falconer. This is whatever, I'll pass on here, I think. I don't think you can afford to just put in as many black cat, or just like 1,000 black cats. Probably. I can't actually be lost at this point. It's just, there's gonna be too many shuffles. But I already feel lost, which is just I think a reflection of my mental state at the moment. And probably they're gonna get to react, and then I have to cry. I could have gained silver, but I probably would have bought a caravan. I guess that would have been better, actually. I'm not gonna take away his reaction. They've got to respond to my own gains with their Falconer twice, which makes things pretty tough. I may get to here, we'll see. Yeah. Does help a fair amount. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10's pretty easy. I mean, getting more for the fairgrounds is what I'm thinking about. My relic bottom decked. Oh, they do have 2 falconers, I see. This would be safe to province on if I had that. Gold still seemed pretty good to me. I may want to add more black cats. We'll probably get cursed at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make these fairgrounds big enough. They're probably... Your black cat may miss the shuffle. I don't know. Depends. They may choose. May have to opt not to play it. The golds were really great for me. I mean, they have more silver, so they can go for. They can try to do the longer game. I think it's just. Question of whether that. I mean, as long as I get a decent number of fairgrounds, then I'm still fine with respect to that. Okay, so E.Honda did shuffle back into their black cat, unfortunately. Now, do I... This is kind of tough. I don't even know if he had very much money. It was maybe just a bad call on my part. I don't know what my last card is. Probably should have just gotten silver. In all honesty. Oh, now they're picking up the oracles, I see. Makes sense. That was fairly unfortunate. What am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. Yeah. The bad thing about me buying the oracles is I may just be giving them a falconer play. Quite possibly. We may end up emptying the oracles just as a way of scoring that doesn't trigger black cats. What's going to happen? I'm going to buy this. They're going to have their black cat. They're going to draw. They're going to get 8. I'm going to buy this province. They're going to have the black cat. Oh, okay. My doom and gloom didn't turn out. So I'm still in some kind of position here. Not sure exactly what, but they tossed their black cat and falconer. I'm kind of surprised they didn't keep the falconer. I thought they might buy oracle, go for double oracle. But there's a relic. This is going to hurt my turn quite a bit. Okay. So I know I have... That was pretty good, actually. There's no black cats. Hey, didn't get swept. Didn't get swept. That's all we needed. Alright, I'm winning this season. Alright, thanks everyone for watching, listening. It didn't go well for me, but hopefully I wasn't too obnoxious, though probably a little bit. And I will catch y'all later.